All right, I'm going live. Coming at you live from America's Podcast Studios, Eric, the Turf Teacher, Jones, Jennifer, Bob. What's going on, baby? What are you up to today?
Hey, baby, it's been a busy day.
Yes, it has, man. I don't know what I would do without you. You've been here all day, prepping for this, working for this, making things happen. So, unbelievable.
I was happy to do it.
Yes, you were. You seemed like you were in your zone.
Anytime you put a broom in my hand or a dish, I'm pretty much in my zone.
Oh, I don't know if I would say it like that, but again.
And no, I do not fly on a broom.
No, definitely not doing that. But anyway, guys, welcome here to the weekly Monday show. We did not do last Monday just because it was, the night before Christmas, and where were we? We had something to do. We couldn't even make it.
Oh my
for one,
gosh.
you worked.
Yeah, I did. I worked.
Yeah,
I worked
you had to
till
work.
almost 8 o'clock that night.
That's right.
So it was a late night.
And then we did something afterwards because I remember it was a super late night. Like,
We
just
went
like every
shopping.
night. That's
we were
right.
Shopping.
That's right. We were shopping because we
Yeah.
really didn't start our shopping until Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Y'all probably noticed we don't have headphones on tonight, and I feel a little naked without them.
You do. It's
I
kind of
do.
like running.
I feel like I can't hear nothing.
Without no clothes on.
I can't hear anything. Our tech guy back here at the back, he's got headphones on, and he can hear everything, but I can't hear
He can
nothing.
hear the music, the intro music. We can't.
No.
We just hear each other. But I think we've made a good upgrade.
I think we did too. Yeah. Maybe we need to invest in some Bluetooth earpieces or something where we can kind of hear what's going on on the radio side.
Yeah.
Because over here, we just feel like we're just sitting in the room, just talking normally to each other.
That's
We
right.
can't really hear what it sounds like on that side.
No.
No. So, hey, y'all. Merry Christmas. I know Christmas is past, but I hope you all had a Merry Christmas.
And a big thank you to all of y'all that keep their Christmas decorations up until January 31st.
Mine will more than likely be up to January 31st. I have a confession to make, though, y'all. Okay? Are y'all ready for this?
What is it?
I never put up my Christmas tree.
Yeah, we didn't, did we?
We
did
were
shop.
so busy
Mm-hmm.
putting up everybody else's Christmas decor
Decorations. Mm-hmm.
and doing all that we didn't even have time to shop. I mean, literally, Christmas was on Wednesday, so we went shopping Sunday night. I worked Monday. I worked I think I was off on Tuesday, so I was off Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So we shopped the night before Christmas Eve, and then the day before Christmas Eve, and then that Sunday. So I'm trying to go back. Gosh, so much has happened. I don't even remember what day it was. But
yeah, that was a week ago. And honestly, it seems like a month ago.
it does. It does feel like it was a month ago, but it wasn't. It was a week ago.
And then we both stayed up Christmas Eve wrapping presents till 3 o'clock in the morning?
It was like 3, almost 4. Like, I think I only went on like 3 hours of sleep Christmas Day.
Yep.
And we were go all day Christmas Day. Like, you left, and then you had Christmas with your girls Christmas Day. I had Christmas with my boys Christmas morning, and then I went to my family's Christmas lunch. You went to your family's Christmas lunch, and we didn't even get to spend Christmas Day together till late that afternoon. I mean, it was probably early evening when we finally got to spend Christmas Day together.
And that was just for a couple of hours, and then had to come back because the next day we kind of had to work. We had to head to Raleigh.
We did. And you did your turf teacher classes, which was a fun experience to watch.
That was your first opportunity seeing exactly what Turf Teacher Inc. is all about. And we were going to have a pesticide class Thursday. That ended up having to get canceled due to low enrollment. But Saturday, that was Friday. That was Friday's class, and then Saturday's class was packed. I mean, that was a good group of guys, and they loved you. They absolutely loved you. So,
well, they were fun. They were fun. I got tickled at a few of them in class. Like, man, when you go let us go? Like, it does not matter what age you are. When you're sitting in a classroom all day, you're like a bunch of kids. You're ready to go.
Yes.
Like, we want to get this done and over with.
That they were. But guys, don't forget, we got less than, just a little more than 24 hours to renew your irrigation contractor's license, your pesticide license, and your general contractor's license. I renewed my GC license this morning. Had my continuing education done since May, but for some reason dragged it out, and I guess because I couldn't figure my login, but I actually had to log into the GC's licensing board's website and got that license renewed. Already had my irrigation renewed, already had pesticide renewed, but we've been busy today answering phone calls, emails about people needing their passwords reset on turfteacher.com so they could actually take their credits, and we've had a good day. So guys, appreciate it. God has blessed us with a lot of business, and procrastinators, I love each and every one of you. So it's what pays my bills. Thank you.
I happen to be one of those, not one of the ones taking your classes. I happen to be a procrastinator.
I am too. I work better under pressure anyway.
I do too. And I've said that many times, in jobs, people are like, how well do you work under pressure? I'm like, I tend to work best under pressure. Mm-hmm. That's when I seem to shine more than any other time. Is when the pressure's on. I've got a project due, or I've got a timeline I've got to hit, or I've got things that's coming up and I've got to get it done.
Yeah, bring it.
So many times, when I went back to school the second time, I was like, I'm going to do better this semester. I'm going to plan everything out. I'm going to have everything organized, and I'll have this done so many days ahead. And I never do it.
Yeah.
Why is that? Maybe I should see a therapist about that.
No. And, I think procrastination can actually, it can be a motivator. It really can, because like I said, I perform better under pressure. When I know the clock is ticking, I can get, numerous amounts of tasks completed and checked off. So that's just me. So that's the entrepreneur in both of us.
It must be. I've heard this many times. I've been in sales pretty much my whole career, at some form of sales. And I've always heard that salespeople are very different from operations people. They just don't operate the same. And I could see that. I like to think that I'm on the line between a typical salesperson personality versus a management personality. I think I kind of ride that fence a little bit. I tend to have tendencies of both. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, or if it's a great mix to have, but
just be decisive, baby.
Decisive. And this is a question I want to ask you. Do you think that I'm decisive? Yes. I mean, okay.
Yes.
Because I've heard my whole life that I've not done very well being decisive. But here's the thing. I'm not the type of person that is that does things on a whim. I don't do anything right off the cuff. I like to think things through. I like to simmer on it. I like to do those things until usually there's something that clicks in me and says, okay, let's go with it. But I tend to, I don't work on a whim.
Well,
I'm not impulsive. That's the best word to use. I am not an impulsive person.
No. You can make clear decisions, and you can make clear decisions quickly. I just have to remind you, say, baby, speak up.
Yeah.
Just like last night.
I know.
Last night. So, we, for our listeners, what were we talking about 2 weeks ago?
Oh my goodness, babe.
Whether or not we should have a wedding.
Oh, that's right. Not. That's right. Oh, we have come a long way.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks tonight.
It doesn't feel like it's been 2 weeks since we had that conversation, but it has been.
Yes.
It's been 2 weeks.
And it feels like it's been a month ago since we were sitting there in the Target parking lot going live for, 10 minutes.
I know. The holidays, there's so much planning and so much preparation, and then before you know it, it is all done and over with.
Yeah.
And you're like, we spent all this time running around with our heads cut off for one day, 24 hours, and then the next day it's done.
It is.
It's over. And it's sad. It's sad. We were talking today when we were setting up for podcasts, should we go ahead with the Christmas decor or take it down? I was like, no, this is the last Monday of December. Let's leave it up.
Last Monday of the year.
Yeah. So to be continued if we leave the trees up for next week's podcast. But I kind of like them. It's very festive.
I do.
It's festive. And I like our background. The background's pretty cool too. So I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. It is a favorite. But back to your thing that you were pointing out, what we talked about 2 weeks ago. Good news. I have to remind myself to stay on track. So I go back to your original thought. But yeah, share our news, babe.
Well, it all started when we were invited to Magnolia Hill for a candlelight service, and with Magnolia Hill, if most of you guys know, used to be Dabbs United Methodist Church, and when Dabbs pulled out of the conference, the Methodist conference, and the conference kind of took back the property and put it on the market, and super nice couple bought it, have fixed it up, turned it into a wedding venue, and spent, there's no telling how much money they have put into that church.
No, it's beautiful. It's
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they had a candlelight service where they had the Santiagos singing acoustically Christmas carols, and then they read parts from the Bible about the birth of Jesus, and it was just beautiful. And I looked at Jennifer. She was sitting beside me. Mom was sitting on the other side of her, and Mom had to sit beside her. She didn't want to sit beside me. And you looked at me and said, "This is it. This is where we need to get married." And so many people last year or last podcast was like, "You got to have a wedding. You got to do this. We want to be invited." And it dawned on us right then and there that that's where it needs to be. My grandmother played the piano and the organ there for 55 years. That's where she met my grandfather. My grandfather used to drive around the Methodist preachers in the West Forsyth Charge. So he would drive the minister from Dabbs and then drive it to Elm Grove and Pleasant Hill, and that's how that's why I'm here. They got married and had my dad, and like you said, my dad grew up in that church his entire life because my grandparents were there every single time the doors were open. So it just made sense.
I love the fact that you have such rich history in that church, and the church itself has rich history. Mm-hmm. The church originally started in the home of, what was their name? Can't remember their names now.
Was it John Dabb?
I think it was John, and wasn't her name Mary?
John and Mary Dabb. Yeah.
Mary Dabb started in their homes back in the 1800s, mm-hmm. and
even 1700s.
You know what? I think you're right. I think it was the 1700s. It was on the program that they gave us.
Yeah.
I was very impressed by that. It was a church that was started in someone's home 2 centuries ago, and the church has been pretty, productive over all this time.
Yeah.
Until they stepped. Yeah, they did. And then they stepped away from the United Methodist Church organization a couple years ago. And I've seen a lot of that over the past year. And we won't get into the whole reasons for that, but many churches that were UMC has stepped out of that organization and became independent Methodist churches. Your church, however, was one. They stepped out, but then one of your congregants bought the property and has restored the property and now has made it a chapel. They still hold services there, but it's also an event
what do you call
program.
It?
They do events there, so it's kind of a venue. It's a wedding venue.
It's a wedding venue.
It's events and wedding venue, but they also hold services there, and they have chapel there every Sunday. So it is called Magnolia Hill, mm-hmm. and it's beautiful. They have brand new magnolia trees planted there across the fence line. It was the first thing I noticed because I love magnolias. I think that, to me, magnolia trees are
Southern.
Yes, it's a Southern route. Well, but I've always been a Gone with the Wind fan, and always been into that rich history and Charleston and all that. And I love magnolia trees. It just brings back our Southern roots, our Southern
it's just
history.
because we're binge watching.
Tell our tale here.
Southern Charm. Took place 10 years ago. We're still addicted to it.
Well, I didn't know anything about it until you told me. It was like, there's a show. Have you ever been to Charleston? I was like, well, I've been one time, but I didn't really get to enjoy the sights like I wanted to. And you were like, well, we need to watch the show. And it's a reality show about a group of people in Charleston that have very rich history in Charleston. It's got the names, and I won't go into because I'm not trying to promote the show, but you've got me stuck on this show. Yeah. And so now I'm just like, I'm dived in, and we don't have time to binge watch. So I might get an episode or two a day. Sometimes I don't even get to watch it at all because we're so busy. Yeah. But that's been a fun show to watch. We've learned a lot about Charleston from that show, but Magnolia Hill.
I was stationed there, and I've been to Charleston many, many times. I absolutely love the city. And we're going to go. We're going to go very soon. But we're going to have to go to Asheville even sooner than that.
I know. Talking about Christmas, I don't know what you guys did for Christmas. We were very busy. We were extremely busy for Christmas. I don't know how most couples are with buying presents for each other. You kept telling me not to buy you anything, but I know you. I knew you were going to buy me a present, maybe one or two presents, and then you really surprised me. I was like, I was pleasantly overwhelmed by the love that you shared for me Christmas.
That's what I do.
As a matter of fact, the sweatshirt that I got on right now is one of the gifts that you gave me. It says, it's a little early, but I'm wearing it anyway. It says Army Wife. So I've got it on. You gave me, you were good to me for Christmas.
Yeah. You were good to me.
I love that.
You were good to me. The one gift that you gave me just made me cry. Like, broke out into tears of joy, and how you even thought of that is just truly amazing. But it was a blanket with me and my three girls, and it was pictures of us from the beach, pictures from the Morgan Wallen concerts and the Jason Aldean concerts that we had been to. So you did a fantastic job with that, and that just melted my heart. And then the second big gift you gave me was just unbelievable as well. So and that's why I was saying we had to go to Asheville.
Yeah, when I gift give, I try to think of things that, sentimental, but I like memories. I like to create memories. Mm-hmm. Memories are created by activities and doing things together. So you are difficult to buy for.
I'm very difficult to buy for.
You are, because Eric is one of these people that if he wants something, he just goes and gets it. So you are difficult to buy for. So I had to really put on my thinking cap and think through, what is it that I could buy you that you wouldn't buy yourself? And I found a couple of the perfect gifts for you. And one of them was, I got you the Biltmore season pass. So we will be spending a lot of time at the Biltmore this coming year in 2025.
We both get to enjoy that. But like you said, that's memories, and that's, time that we get to spend together, the spring concert series that, we can go. They've got a lot of events coming up that we saw on the brochure that actually came with the pass. So
yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I really am. Yeah. Well, I think our kids had a good Christmas this year.
Our kids had a way too good of a Christmas.
I'm really blessed. I sit here and I've said this to you the last few weeks, but just more so here in the last week, just really thinking about how blessed I really am and what God's done for me in the past year. I mean, it's unbelievable. Going through divorce, and it wasn't my first divorce. I don't think I've even shared that on our podcast, but you want to get real right now. I've went through my second divorce, and it was difficult. It was very difficult. I don't want to go into details, but it was not something that I wanted, and same situation for you.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. and it happened at the time of, my father's passing. So, I had to deal with that. I wouldn't say so much alone, but, I was there for mom, I was there for my brother. And even my brother told me, he's like, dude, I do have a wife to go home to and talk about this too. He's like, you don't, so, burying your dad by yourself, without a spouse or without a significant other, was very difficult. And I knew 2024 was going to be the year, and it was. It took until May for that to happen, but once that happened and once we met, everything was just perfect. And so 2025 is going to be the best year for not only you and I, but the business, Boots on Ground Radio, our podcast. I'm just really, really looking forward to it.
I am too. This year was a tough year. I think the last couple of years have been pretty tough. And, I sit here in just pure amazement at the big 180 that my life has taken over the past couple of years. You and I have been, really, we've been through some deep stuff the last 5-6 years.
Well, just think about, what has changed in the last 8 months.
Oh yeah.
Like that's, like you said, a complete turnaround. Cause I can remember last year, sitting on the couch, New Year's Eve by myself, watching a Biltmore Christmas, with the dogs, like I was completely alone, New Year's Eve. And, I've been several New Year's Eves alone. Now I actually have a date.
I know. My boys were asking me, what are you going to do for New Year's? Because last year, the boys and I went to
Waffle House.
We did. We went to Waffle House and sat at Waffle House at midnight with an iPad and watched the ball drop with Ryan Seacrest, that TV station, and watched him, announce the ball dropping at the Waffle House in Moxville. So, woohoo! I had such an exciting Christmas Eve last year, but this year I get to spend Christmas Eve with you. This is our first holiday season together. So,
first of many.
It is, and I'm excited about it. I really am. We've decided when we went to the Christmas candlelight service at Magnolia Hill, going back to what you were talking about, as soon as I walked in the door, literally, as soon as I walked in the door, I looked and I was like, this is it.
Yes.
This is it. Like, there is no question for me at this point. And I looked at you and it's like you read my mind. It's like you knew exactly what I was thinking at the same time. Mm-hmm. We both knew. We both knew. And we both sat there and cried like, toddlers because it was just, for you, it was a lot more meaningful for you because that was the first Christmas service you've been to in that church since your dad passed away.
Yeah. I got to go with Mike, ask, me and Brent to come over there. He gave the piano that my grandmother played. He gave it to us, and Brent took it. So Ella, his daughter, could play it, which she's an outstanding, outstanding, I guess we'd say pianist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A pianist.
And then Mom sent us pictures last night of what she can paint. Holy cow. The kid
she's very
super talented at everything that she does. And so I was glad to see her get that piano, and, we kind of got to tour the church, but it was, during the construction phases, and to see it 100% complete, unreal. Mike and his wife have done a remarkably outstanding job with it. So, and very, very blessed, and very blessed that the wedding date was available. So everything has just, it's just worked out in our favor.
It has. And, many times I've seen things in my life. I've always been told, never force anything to happen. If you have to force it, you might want to take a step back and reassess the situation. If it just falls into place, it's a pretty good indication you're on the right path. True. And in this situation, things are just falling into place. We're not forcing nothing. It's just naturally progressing and happening, evolving the way it's supposed to. And God's answered prayers, and I'm excited. 2025. I don't know about you. and I don't know about our listeners and the people that are watching live, but there is a sense of excitement for 2025.
It is. And more and more people that we talk to, they have that instinct about it. Like, it's just going to be a good year. So
I just think our country as a whole, we've been through a lot over the last 4 years. We had COVID. A lot of death happened during COVID. A lot of job changes happened during COVID. It literally changed the landscape of how we do our education and our educating systems, and even jobs changed. They went from in office to brick and mortar to remote offices at home. Life stalled for a while during COVID, and we experienced a lot of changes as people and as a country.
Yeah. And we still haven't really seen all the effects of, what that caused.
No.
We're still going to see that for years to come, especially with the young folks that,
oh my goodness, I don't even want to think about
had
that.
to go through that and, leave going to school to, being educated at home and kind of educated on their own. Because some parents still had to work if they were, considered essential employees, but, I don't know. I see you. You must be thinking of some questions.
I am. We worked a little bit on our Christmas trivia, not last week because we didn't do a podcast last week because of Christmas and everything leading up to that. So the week before we did some Christmas trivia. So I'm going through some Christmas trivia, and I've got one that I think this one is going to be a good one to ask. So if y'all hang tight, here probably about 7:50. We will ask the trivia question, and then we'll give you a chance to call in and answer the question to win a $50 gift card to Target. So hang in there. There's a $50 gift card to Target coming. And also the $50 gift card that was won by, was it Mark Davis?
Yeah.
We have it. We just have not had a chance to mail it. It is coming.
Sorry, Mark.
I promise you, it is coming. We have it. So we have not forgotten about you. Christmas came, and it's just been a whirlwind. But we'll get it mailed out to you, Mark. But for those of you tonight, if you're watching at 7:50, right now it's 7:26, so in about 14 minutes or so, well, 24 minutes. I'm sorry, my math is a little wonky. But at 7:50, we're going to ask the trivia question, and I have a really good one that I don't know how many will be able to answer it. So you may have to Google this one, but I thought this one was a really good one. And I think that's the one I want to ask, because that's an interesting, I would have never thought that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be good. And it's a non-profit spam call coming in.
Sorry, that wasn't for the question.
Okay, so 7:50, we're going to do the trivia question. In the meantime, I had shared a post on my personal Facebook page, and I tagged you and Boots on Ground Radio, that for those that shared that post will be put into a drawing to win merch. Boots on Ground merch, okay? So what we'll give away is a Boots on Ground t-shirt and a Boots on Ground hat.
We owe that to Mark too.
Yeah, we got to get that to Mark because he won both too. So you'll get a hat and a t-shirt. You just have to let me know what size t-shirt you wear. So I'm going to go to the post right now. I'm going to see who all shared our post. So if you're watching live and you're listening to us live on the radio at www.bootsongroundradio.com, I'm giving you the web address for anybody that is on Facebook that wants to save that in their internet browser. You can save that link, and you can always click listen live at any time. There's a lot of content that's played during the day, 7 days a week. We only do our podcast one night a week. We're considering going more often into the new year. There's big things coming next year for our podcast. We're going to be interviewing people. And it's going to be, pretty broad. It's not just going to be to the landscape. It could be for lots of different things. Interesting people that we want to bring on air for y'all to be able to learn about them and their businesses and things like that. So we've got lots coming down the pipe. So y'all just hang tight. For those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, I tagged Eric and a few others. There's a post that I posted on Facebook. If you shared that post, you've got till 8:00 to share this post. Okay. If you share the post, it's the one on my personal page. It says tune in tonight live at 7 p.m. That post is a picture of the background. If you share, you got to like it. You got to comment on the post, and then you got to share it. So there's 3 things you have to do: like it, comment, and share it. Do those 3. I'm going to put you in a drawing for a Boots on Ground t-shirt and a Boots on Ground hat. And it's going to be like this trucker hat back here. It's the Richardson hat. So those are pretty popular right now.
Yeah.
So you'll be put in the drawing for that. So you've got till 8 o'clock to share my post on my personal page. Like it, comment, share it, and we'll put you in a drawing.
Corey actually had Valentine's Day dinner at the Waffle House. You can't beat Waffle House. That's the best patty melt in the world.
Well, and they have the best breakfast bowls.
Yeah.
You
are a breakfast. Oh my gosh, that's You love bowls. Period.
I do.
Like whether it's
Chick-fil-A, there's a common theme there.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason why I do bowls is because I have celiac disease and I have to stay away from anything made with wheat. So anything that's bread that's made with flour, wheat flour, I have to stay away. So I can't have biscuits. I can't have hot dog buns or hamburger buns. So anything that is bowl related usually is like a rice base or cauliflower base. At Chick-fil-A, I could do the egg bowl, the hash brown casserole bowl, or whatever you call it. I think it's the hash brown scramble. So it's hash browns, eggs, and then you can choose chicken or sausage. So I tend to do those. But man, you're making me hungry. I'm making myself hungry just talking about it because we haven't had dinner yet. So it's been a busy day. Like I've got about 75% of your house cleaned up today. Mm-hmm. Like I'm talking deep clean, like mopping floors, sweeping, vacuuming, dusting. I mean, baseboards.
And we've got to do that. For your house. We kind of did a major first thing together.
We did
I think last night, which prepares us for the wedding and prepares us for the home that we're going to build. So. We went and picked out bedroom furniture, last night. And I have nowhere to store it here. And you do at your house. So, they're going to deliver it, I think, Thursday?
Yes, on Thursday. and I have dogs, and I'm a very transparent person. Okay. I have little dogs. I have 2 Yorkies, a male and a female. My male, well, I'm getting to that. I now have 3. You guys, this puppy is the most precious little puppy I've ever seen in my life, okay? And I have never had puppies. I've always had little dogs or got puppies, when they were ready to leave the mom into what they are now. But I've never got to watch a dog give birth or, go through that. Well, I think we told you guys a couple of weeks ago, we surprised everybody with the ultrasound, but it was my dog. She was pregnant. And my mom was sitting on the edge of her seat. She was like, no, tell me you're not the one pregnant. I'm not pregnant. My dog was pregnant. Well, she had the puppy. And that morning, I was like stressed out. She had the puppy at like 9:30, and I was supposed to be at work. So I had texted my regional vice president. I was like, listen, I'm going to be late to work today. I may end up having to take the whole day off. I don't know what's going on. I've never had to do this before. I don't want to leave this dog here by herself. I got my 16-year-old is there. My 20-year-old had somewhere to go that morning. And I was just like, I don't want to leave her alone. I wasn't comfortable leaving her alone. And you had to be back here for work. So you had stayed with me. We thought she would have her earlier, but she didn't. So she ended up having her that Saturday morning. It was the coolest thing ever. But this puppy, y'all, this puppy is precious. Like, she is the cutest little thing ever. She's a little tank because there's only one. So she's getting all the milk. She's getting all the nutrients. And she nurses all the time. And she's just a little chunker. But she sleeps on her back, y'all. I've never seen a puppy. She's not even 3 weeks old. She'll be 3 weeks old, this Saturday?
It will be.
Yeah, she'll be 3 weeks old this Saturday. She literally, she just opened her eyes like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I go over to the box that she sleeps in, she's literally laying on her back with her little paws up in the air. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. But talking about dogs and talking about the furniture being delivered. See, I chase rabbits, y'all. I do this. It's so bad. My furniture is being delivered on Thursday. And we was talking about cleaning the house, and we got to clean my house. And so I've got these 3 dogs. My 2 oldest dogs like to come in my bedroom, and I just noticed last week that there's some pee spots on my carpet, and I was like, this is not cool. because, there's a lot of back and forth with me and you. I come over here and spend time here with you some, and you come to my house and spend time, and we're always back and forth. And, it's just tough. And so the cleanliness of our homes it has been much too
ignored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, especially for this being a bachelor pad, and running, 2 businesses from it. It's, because my guys come in here every single morning, they sit here at this table that we do the podcast, and we plan out the day and do everything that we need to do. It's, it's been tough. It's been tough to clean.
Needless to say, y'all, okay, if you've got pets, I know
happens.
I'm not the only one that has dogs that have accidents. So we're cleaning carpets Wednesday. So guess what I get to do on my day off? I'm cleaning carpets and cleaning my house so that we can get ready for this furniture to be delivered.
Yeah, which will go into the new house, once we finish that. So it was time.
It was. My poor little bed. Talking about God's blessings on my life, I have to share this. So when I was going through my divorce, I was completely broke, and I had nowhere to go. I had no furniture. All I had was my clothes and basically just clothes and toiletries. And my boys, thankfully, was able to get all their things out of their bedrooms, but I didn't get anything. And that's the whole nother story on its own. But I went into this home with nothing. Literally, my home, I have a beautiful home. I walked into a beautiful home with absolutely nothing. It was empty. Probably the first year, I didn't have much of nothing. And a family that I had been living with, thankfully, they were good to me. They gave me they gave me and my boys somewhere to stay, a safe place to stay. And we were there, and God worked it out for me to get a home of my own, and I moved in this home, and I didn't have any furniture. So the bedroom furniture that I have now was given to me by a college student who had just graduated from East Carolina. She was moving home. She had all this furniture, and she's like, listen, if you need some furniture, take what you need. She gave me a kitchen table and chairs, and then she gave me my bed. I have a dresser and a nightstand. I didn't have anything. She gave that furniture to me, and now I got brand new furniture coming. So now I got to give this furniture away. I'm not going to sell it. It's nice furniture. It's not bad furniture at all. It's used, but my poor little bed. It's an iron bed, and it's just not. It's held its deal for me for the last year, and I'm excited about my new bed, but. I need to find somebody in need to give this bed to, because this stuff was given to me, and I only feel it's fair and it's the right thing to do to give it to somebody else that might need it. So it's the gift that keeps on giving. So if anybody is listening and you know of a young lady that needs a bed, it's a full size bed, mattress, box spring. It's an iron bed. It's a gold iron bed. It's a pretty bed. I've got a white nightstand, and then one of those dressers. It looks like the dresser on Beauty and the Beast. It's the curved dresser. It's really pretty. So I've got those 3 pieces. So if anybody watching or listening knows a young lady in need, or you have a daughter that wants some new furniture, it needs to be painted. The furniture does. It's got some wear and tear on it, but it's white.
And
it's pretty.
We can actually help get it there. If you're worried about transporting it or getting it, we can send one of the guys in a truck.
Yeah, we have somebody that can deliver it to you. That's not a big deal. So pass the word. So if you know somebody that needs a bed, a nightstand, and a dresser, I have it. I'm ready to give it away to whoever needs it. So comment on the post, send me a private message on Facebook. I will be happy to coordinate getting this furniture to you. My new furniture, my beautiful gift is coming on Thursday. So if you need something, it will be ready to go by Thursday, and you can have it as early as Thursday. So we can get it worked out, or we can have one of our crew to drive the furniture to you if that needs to be done. So I wanted to share that gift to whoever needs it. I sent the text to my mom and sister today thinking, if they knew somebody. So just get the word out. I've got some furniture that I'm happy to give away. I'm not selling it. I'm going to give it away. Simply because it was given to me, and it's been a blessing. I had something to sleep on when I moved to my home. I didn't even have a mattress to sleep on, and thankfully God opened the door for me to have something to sleep on. And it's amazing because I've been in this house going on 2 years now, and when I moved in, my boys will tell you we had nothing. We literally had nothing, and I walk into my house now, and
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. You know, my brother gave me a couch. One of my girlfriends gave me a leather recliner and another like little leather chair. I've got that. And somebody gave me a little coffee table, and a TV was given to me. And
it's nicely decorated.
it is like everything that's in my house is all being given to me. That's the coolest thing. And this is how God works. I didn't have to pay a dime for none of this stuff. It was all given to me. You know, I didn't have the money. I was broke, you know, trying to pay to get into a home. And, you know, my boys live with me, so I'm still raising, you know, my youngest. My oldest will be 21 in February, but he still lives with me. And, you know, I'm a single mom, you know, won't be single anymore come June of this year. But up to this point, I was a single mom trying to put a roof over our heads and pay the bills. And it's been, you know, it's been sweet because I have been able to see God work in ways that I know only God was going to do.
That's true.
That was the only way it was going to happen. God had to do it himself. I couldn't do it. You know, God used people to help me in my time of need, people that I never would have dreamed or imagined would have been the ones that God would have picked. But that's how he works. Mm-hmm. That's how he works. And so I'm excited for 2025. Yes. I really am. I'm excited to see what God's going to do in our life together. I'm excited to see what he's going to do in our marriage and in our children's lives. Just 2025 is going to be a great year. Mm-hmm. Business-wise, you know, we got lots going on business-wise with your turf teacher.
Yeah. You know, and that's, you know, we kicked off the season this past Saturday in Raleigh with a great group of guys. We're going to be back in Raleigh January 18th. We're going to be in Fayetteville. I think it's the last week in January. I can't remember the date. That's a private class that a group of contractors get together and they hire us to come down and teach that class. And then, you know, we're going to be in Wilmington. We're going to be in Concord. We're going to be in Charlotte. We're going to be back in Raleigh. We're going to be in Asheville. We're going to be in Myrtle Beach. We're going to be all over the place teaching continuing education. And we are expanding back into several other states with the pesticide courses. So I can't wait to get that up and rolling. We'll start doing webinar Wednesday, Turf Talk Tuesday to get your pesticide and landscape contractor credits via Zoom that way. So a lot is happening with Turf Teacher. You know, we have the GC license. We're building our home. We're even thinking about, you know, doing some investment properties or whatever. You know, I used to do a ton of that back in the day and kind of miss that. So, you know, when two people come together, you know, through God's grace, I would have never found you if it wouldn't have been for God. Like, you know, there was no way that you and I, as much as we love each other and as much as we are alike, is what really surprises me. It's like you're about to say something, but I finish it. We're already to that point because we're already on that same wavelength. And then when two people come together that support each other, you know, a man can do unbelievable things when he has the right woman motivating him and loving him. And that's what you've done to me. You've breathed new life into my passion for work and to bring other things on board. So, you know, we're headed to Atlanta as soon as we can to get set up with the swimming pool, you know, construction that we'll still do in our landscape contracting business. So, like I said, a lot of things are coming. You're wanting to go back to school for interior design, which will help with the GC license and help with the Christmas decorating. So it's been fun. We've already got our little calendars out, writing down dates and planning. And to me, that is the funnest thing. You know, January 1st, guys, we got 24 hours, and you know, it's January 1. It is a new thing. So a new breath of life, new everything. So I cannot wait for it. So
I'm opening up your turf teacher because I just wanted to see who was all watching on Instagram. So that's our Instagram live. So I wanted to share this. So my son, you can't see him because he's behind the camera. I did get a he's waving his little finger. So if you see fingers in the view there, that's my son. That's Jared. Jared is going to school for audio video technology. He's going to be what they call it, audio video engineer. He will have the wherewithal to do anything when it comes to audio video. He could work for a news station, TV, any kind of production in that, which back to what you said about it's all God has orchestrated everything. It is amazing how he's orchestrated you and I together, but look at what our children have capabilities of doing. For instance, my son, Jared, Jared has this, he has I'm sorry, I got distracted. I saw something on the screen, but he has the talent to do what he's doing for us. And so it's all worked out, and I love seeing this happen. I love seeing all the puzzle pieces come together, and it's been fun. I wish that whoever is watching on our Boots on Ground Radio, on the Facebook Live, comment and let us know you're watching. Comment and let us know that you're there. We can see, the count, but we'd like to hear from you and tell us where you're watching from. If you're in North Carolina, great. Tell us what town you're from. We want to see you interact with us. So post in the comments. Tell us what city you're from. If you're from a different state, let us know what state. Also, don't forget to repost my post on my personal Facebook page. Share it. You got to do 3 things: like it, comment on it, and share it in order to win Boots on Ground merchandise. And I will mail it to you. You'll get a Richardson Boots on Ground hat. You can see it here on this back tree. And then you'll get a black Boots on Ground t-shirt with the Boots on Ground logo on it. You'll just have to let me know what size shirt you wear. We'll make sure we send you the right size. But you got to like it, comment, and share the post. Then you'll be entered to a drawing, and then we'll draw and pick the winner, and I'll comment on that post and let you know who the winner is, and we'll get it shipped out. Also, in about 4 minutes at 7:50, I have a Christmas trivia question that I'm going to ask you guys, and whoever calls in and gets the right answer gets a $50 gift card to Target. And you was talking about how we finish each other's sentences. We were talking earlier, where are we going to get the gift card to? And it literally crossed my mind. And then you said it. I was like, babe.
How about Target?
Literally, babe, I was thinking that. Target. So guess what, guys? Great minds think alike. So we're going to give you a $50 gift card to Target. So you've got to call in, answer the trivia question correctly. Okay. If you don't answer correctly, we'll wait on the next person to call in. We'll give away the $50 gift card to Target. In the meantime, we've only got a couple more days left of 2024.
We got like 30 hours.
It's not even 2 days. That's crazy. It's not even 2 days. Like, where does time go?
Said, I'm so excited for it. Harrison Property Management, LLC, Stoneville. My good friend who lives less than, 45 minutes away from us. And the only time I get to see you, my friend, is in Louisville, Kentucky. And that's got to stop. We got to start getting together, man. So hopefully maybe you'll be down at the Green and Grow Show, which is coming up, I think the week of January 13th, I do believe. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not actually speaking at the Green and Grow Show this year. It kind of breaks my heart. But, I've done it for 2 years back to back, and I know they like changing up the speakers. So, hopefully I'll get on that.
I'm sitting here watching. So you've got Instagram Live, which I like the setup of that. It's got you at the top and then me at the bottom. It's a cool setup.
It is cool.
So we're watching Instagram Live on Eric's phone. And then on my phone, I've got the Boots on Ground Facebook Live up on my phone. So we're trying to keep up with comments from both of them. So who is Harrison Property?
Harrison Property. You met him up in Louisville. It was like the first guy. And I was like,
is it okay?
I was like, look, he lives 30 to 45 minutes away.
That's right. You told me that. You told me that. It's
and
putting the social media names together.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got comments on Eric's page. Well, Eric, let's go to your page. Sorry, guys. We have shared this to all platforms, so we're trying to keep up with everything that's going on. So y'all just bear with. So here we go. So I wondered where everybody was. They're all on your page.
It's Mom.
Okay, so we've got Eric's mom, Sylvia.
Ted
Lemons. Josh Williamson has commented.
Oops.
we're on another live. We want to go back to our live. And then on mine, we've got Crystal Hicks. She commented. She won the Village Tavern gift card.
Okay.
Our very first giveaway. She won that. And then Christina Harrell. She is actually my regional vice president. She was talking about my tree. I put up a beauty at work.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
it might be why I didn't put one up at home, because that was one of my 2 trees. So I just brought one of my trees there and I added some ornaments and stuff to it because I didn't have enough ornaments. But it is a beautiful tree. It's beautiful. And then my second one is a white flock tree, and I just didn't have time. We were too busy putting up Christmas decorations for everybody else.
Well, we literally put up Christmas decorations last Monday. That was like one of the last jobs that we had done. So I mean, that was 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, and then we've already got jobs scheduled. We've got our first Christmas lighting job scheduled August 1st. This coming season. And what we were doing is we were working for people, and we were telling them, when it comes to roof lines, when it comes to tree lighting, guys, we need to put this stuff up in August and September. We need to have the majority of that stuff done before we go to Louisville, because I don't want to be stressed in Kentucky like we were coming back. Because you look up here, we got 294 days to Equip Expo, and we got 360 days to Christmas. That's only 66 days. So we get back from Expo, there's 66 days left in the decorating till Christmas. Mm-hmm. And so that gives us about 64 days to decorate. There's just, you can't do that.
It's a lot of planning. And our goal this year, most of you that are listening that run your own businesses, and specifically our landscaping friends out there that run your own landscaping companies, you all know how important it is to make sure that you're scheduling your jobs and making sure you're being efficient, because the more time efficient you are, and even the more efficient you are on the job getting it done, is going to open you up for an extra job a day, maybe 2 extra jobs a day. You can get more done if you're efficient. And efficiency comes from scheduling the jobs correctly, making sure the schedule is right, making sure you got your crews set up to where they're supposed to go. And Eric and I have been talking a lot about that into next year. We really want to take advantage of some of the CRM program that we're using through Jobber, and really just dive deep into that and utilize that into 2025 and really help his business be more efficient for scheduling next year, and beat some of this Christmas stuff ahead of time, so we're not running into the week of Christmas.
Well, that and so the guys get some time off,
Yeah.
I've never really understood why people complain with overtime, but they want they want some time off, and I completely understand that. So, but baby, it's time for the question.
It is time for the question. I had a couple people that answered on mine. Crystal Hicks, she's from Moxville. Tammy Everhart listened. She's been a faithful listener, so thanks, Tammy, for always listening, and we appreciate it. She's from Moxville as well. On your page, we've got one from Stoneville. Listen, guys, comment on our lives, whether it's on Instagram, if it's on Facebook, wherever you're watching live right now. Comment. Let us know where you're from. Even if it's in North Carolina, let us know what city you're watching us from. We like to see who our listeners are. And then also keep in mind, you've got till 8:00 to share my personal post. It's on my personal page, but I tagged Eric and Boots on Ground, so you should be able to see it. You got to do 3 things: like it, comment on it, and then share it to go in the drawing to win a Richardson Boots on Ground hat and a black t-shirt that says Boots on Ground on the front with our logo. And like I said, you'll have to send me a private message to let me know what size shirt you wear so we can get it sent out. We've got somebody else that commented, Stephanie Miller. She is from Iredell County. Hi, Stephanie. And then, of course, my son, he is behind the camera that just commented. So if you're watching, comment and let us know what town you're watching us from. We'd like to see who our listeners are. So it is 3 minutes past the time for us to ask the trivia question. The trivia question is your opportunity to call in. You've got to call this number, 336-414-9719. 336-414-9719. Eric is going to type that into the chat on Instagram. I'm going to type it into the chat on our Facebook Boots on Ground Facebook page, 336-414-9719. I have to talk while I type it, so I make sure I get it put in there correctly. So that way you'll know what number to dial to call in and answer the trivia question.
He's got it on screen.
Oh, okay. My son, Mr. Tech Guru, has put it on the screen, guys. Okay.
You got to read the question.
He's put it on the screen. That's so cool that he could do that. So let's ask the trivia question, okay? You can Google this if you want.
If you're a deer hunter, you'll know it.
But I thought this was pretty cool because I didn't know this until just now. So call in if you know the answer. $50 gift card to Target. So here's the trivia question. Are Santa's reindeer male or female?
And you got to explain why.
Yes, and it's a little bit of a deeper question. Are Santa's reindeer male or female? Are they boys or girls?
And why do we know that? What true facts do we know that? And we're not talking about the white-tailed deer that we see out here. We're talking Santa's reindeer. Do you think they will figure it out?
I don't know. I'll be curious to see who calls in and gets it answered. In the meantime, I wanted to share, we were talking about Christmas gifts. So one of the things that you bought me, we bought ourselves.
Yeah,
for Christmas.
That's when we went to the Hallmark Channel store.
Yeah, we went to the Hallmark store and I had a blast. Oh my goodness, we had such a blast. Lamont says, "What up, folks?" Hey, Lamont, how's it going, man? So we bought ourselves
Bigger
Hallmark
cups.
Channel cups. It says, "This is my Hallmark Channel watching mug."
Yeah, and we can watch this, the movies through the summer and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because, the other red ones that we have
Yeah.
are, Christmas.
You even bought me a t-shirt that says, "I'd rather be watching Hallmark Channel." I've got that.
And a Hallmark blanket.
And a Hallmark blanket. Like, I racked up on Hallmark stuff this year. Like, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. But yeah, our new Hallmark mugs, Wayne Grant. That is my cousin. It says he's watching. So Wayne, I caught you. I saw that you watched, whether you zoomed on past the post or not. But this is my dad's cousin. So it's my dad's uncle's son. He is a pilot. So he lives out west. I just happened to see his name come across the screen.
And we gotta actually start doing the question maybe a little bit earlier next time.
Yeah. Okay, guys. To win the $50 gift card to Target, you've got to call in with the answer to the trivia question. Are Santa's reindeer male or female? Google it if you need to. Are Santa's reindeer male or female? Call in with your answer to win the $50 gift card to Target. 414-9719.
Check your messages.
Erica's going to type that into the chat. Oh, he's wanting me to send him gas money. See, when you have children, doesn't matter if you're doing a live or not. That when they need something, they're going to text you and say, "Hey, I need this and I need it now." So now I'm going to send him some money. Gotta love technology. Bam, done. Gas money is on the way, Jaden, if you're watching. I think you were because you were commenting on our Facebook page. It's too funny. Gotta love our children. Okay, guys, if you know the answer, okay, are Santa's reindeer male or female? And if you know the answer, you got to call in and then tell us why you know they're male or female.
Hello, you're live on Boots on Ground Radio.
Hey, what's going on, Eric?
What's up, man? How are you?
Not much.
All right, man. You got the answer?
He's not on the
All right, listen, we got to connect you to the radio here. All right, man. Can you hear us? I can't hear them now.
Can you hear him? All right, y'all hang tight.
Up to the mic.
Yeah. What we're gonna do? We're just gonna put you up to the mic. Hey, man.
There we go.
All right. So what's your answer, my friend?
It's got to do with the antlers. Normally you'd think it was male, but since it's December, I mean, they pretty much be shedded by then.
That's true.
Ding, ding, ding. I think we got a winner.
Yeah, man. So go ahead and text me your address and stuff, man, here, and we'll get you that $50 gift card.
So for those of you that weren't listening, or if you had a hard time listening, because we've got a couple people trying to call in, the answer was the reindeer are female. And the reason why is female reindeer keep their antlers through the winter. Male reindeer do not. They shed their antlers. So Christmas is winter. Santa Claus, the reindeer, they're all female.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that.
That's true. That's true.
Great answer there.
Yeah.
What was his name again? I didn't get his name.
He's getting ready to text me, so I'm gonna text him back real quick. Yep. He's in Chesapeake. Oh, yeah, that was Corey. That's Corey.
Corey.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah, dude. Sorry,
Thanks for
Corey.
calling
Yeah, I
in.
didn't hear your name because we were still trying to connect it to the Roadcaster, but yeah, Corey Parrish, retired Navy veteran.
Oh, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your service, Corey. We are a military family over here, so
Yep.
we appreciate your service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course,
Yeah, when I opened it up when he texted, I was like, oh, that is Corey. Yeah.
yeah. And you're former Navy.
Yeah, I was prior Navy and ended up retiring Army. So that's the coolest thing, man.
That is cool. Well, Corey, thanks for calling in. And I hope this year that maybe you should do Waffle House for New Year's instead of Valentine's this year, Corey. I was reading his text message. I love Waffle House. I love their waffles. They have a vanilla flavor to them, but I can't have them now.
You can't have them now.
No.
Yeah.
Unless I go and cheat. And then I usually hate myself after that
Yeah.
because I feel completely awful when I eat it.
That's
and celiac disease is not an allergy. A lot of people think, are you allergic to gluten? No, I'm not allergic. My body literally cannot process it. So
Yeah.
it can cause a lot of issues through that. So, hey guys, guess what? It is 8:00. I'm going to go back to my Facebook page and I'm going to tally up everybody that shared my post. You got to like it, comment, share it to put your name into the drawing. At 8:10, I'm going to comment on that post and let you know who the winner is for the Richardson Boots on Ground hat and the t-shirt. Okay, so at 8:10, so in about 9 minutes, you'll see me post on that. Lamont, it's a pleasure seeing you on Facebook. Crystal, Stephanie, Sylvia, your mom tried to call in. Sylvia, you weren't quick enough. Who else commented? My son, Tammy Everhart, Crystal Hicks, my boss, Christy. We have several people that commented on Instagram. Thanks, guys, for joining in. It's been fun. Until next week.
That's right, guys. Thank you so much for here listening to us. We will catch you on the next episode of Be a Boss, Data Boss here live on Boots on the Ground Radio. Thank you so much. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, babe. It's a pure honor and pleasure to work with you.
That it is. All right, guys. We will catch you in the next lecture.